it's XCOM2. Welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. Starting out on the trophy wall today, because we've got a new trophy, and he's taken the centerpiece, which I think is befitting of someone as arrogant as the Warlock. But there he is, in all of his splendor. Sure, we'll go with splendor. And got one last little slot here remaining for a certain hunter. He'll get his in due time. Today, I'm thinking we want to try, anyway, and grab the Advent Supplies mission. Now, problem with that is there is 1 hour left before it is going to expire. I don't know if it's still going to be there when we click the map, so I guess this is the moment of truth. I really hope we can do it because we need some alloys. Supplies I'm not really bothered about. Illyrium we could do with some more. But alloys, for real, we need alloys. We got things to buy. And it is still here. Expires in 0 hours. Let's get after it straight away then. Nothing too strenuous on the enemy list. Although we are probably going to see a variety of reinforcements dropping on our heads. The main goal here, I think I'd be happy with maybe 4 boxes. Of course, the more the merrier, right? But yeah, if we can cap at least 4 of those boxes, then I'll consider this an absolute win. Insofar as the squad for this goes, it's gonna be Giga, Lav, Griffith. We really would like to see Griffith get some upgrades. Although again, I'm kind of thinking maybe Griffith's not a good idea because yeah, is it the Shadow Lance? Temlonic Rifle? Vector Rifle? It must be the Shadow Lance. I must be a fool, and we do in fact have the upgraded version for Griffith here. So we could have took Griffith against the Warlock all along. More fool me, huh? And then, who else did I want? Bert, and last but not least, Calmwater, right? We could field test Hawks. Field test Hawks. Hawks is sitting on 12 mobility, and mobility is going to kind of be important on this. And Griffith's got 15, so yeah, sorry Hawks, but Griffith wins this one. You'll get your time in the sun before too long. And I should probably fix Bert first of all. He's gone all wrong. And unequip the barracks, but I'll take care of this business and fix Bert, and then we'll hit the ground. So see you in a minute or two. Okay, so we are back, and everyone's looking as geared up as they realistically can be. Somehow we've ended up with 3 Advent Golden Pistols. I'm not sure how that's happened, but I'm not going to question it either. We're not taking any Black Ice with us on this run, simply because the enemy list doesn't really seem to have anything that Black Ice would do wonders on, so here's hoping. Bert does need a grenade, however, so maybe we'll run a gas bomb. Sure, why not? Beyond that, Kalani's going to roll with Inferno rounds, and Cloud's going to take Viper rounds. And we've got status effects aplenty, so we've put the hazmat suit there on Calmwater. And Kalani's also rolling the war suit and blaster launcher just for heavy weaponry related activities. Of everyone in the squad, Griffith's probably the most fragile. Unfortunately, we don't have any PCS stuff that we can do to offset Griffith's relatively low health pool. So we're just going to have to run with that, simply because we can't afford the armor upgrade at the moment. We'll keep an eye on Griffith though, he'll be fine. Presumably. But yeah, let's get after it. Operation Alpha C to extract some Advent supplies. Hopefully we come out of this with some alien alloys. At the very least we could buy Griffith some armor. As I mentioned before, going to be gunning for at least 4 boxes, but anything's good, right? I think this is only the third, maybe the fourth mission of this type that we've done throughout the entire campaign. And we're certainly at a point where supplies aren't really an issue anymore. Although how long that lasts, I have no idea. So we are really going to be locked going forward by our alloy and Illyrian crystal situation. But this showing up and us being able to do it in spite of everything is as good an opportunity as any to kind of get at least a few more alloys in reserve. I'd really like to start seeing some scanning sites for alloys as well. But what I'd like and what is going to happen are two very different things. And I'm losing out on remembering where in the world we are. We're in the eastern US. Okay, so no Chosen here. We might see an alien ruler, of course, which would be a tiny little smidgen of a complication for sure. Nice to be in the wilderness though. Some greenery, some trees. Yeah, let's hit the ground and get going here. So we're not too far from first, and we've started on some high ground, so this is as good a place as any for Clav to set up.
Locate and mark the crates with transponders, and Firebrand will handle the rest.
And we have got Griffith with very good mobility and those shadow stacks to do scouting for us too. Nice. Doesn't look like there's anything ahead though, so we'll just move up.
Got it moving. Let's do this.
No need to ask twice.
And I think we will set Clav up just here. Although the trees are a little bit of a concern insofar as Clav having appropriate sight lines, but I think it'll work out fine.
Rolling.
That's technically completely flankable from this position, but I'm not really expecting many enemies to actually get a shot out on Clav. So they should be good.
Moving out.
And there's nothing by these first two crates, which is good news. There's some more over this way, so I think we'll just get an eye on what's going on along here. Nothing. Oh, no, there we go. That's a pretty big group of enemies for sure. Does mean that we can move up pretty comfortably though. I think I'd like to probably get Calmwater in position to do some killing. Potentially going to want Kalani to soften that pack up too. But I mean, the range on the blaster launcher there is obscene, so that should be fine. And we could... In fact, yes, let's start ourselves over in this direction, given the fact that we know there's enemies over here. It's honestly tempting just to pop a Giga in here, ready to, and potentially go. But given that we don't actually have full sight on where they are, we'll play it safe for now.
Move, move, move.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
It doesn't look like they move towards us. So, what if we were to creep Griffith ahead to this crate? Okay, there they are.
Got eyes on a
Oh, that's a different pack actually. So let's see here. Okay, one pack to our right, and then another to our left. Oh. Will Arnie see anything over here? No. There are 16 enemies on this map. But potentially spots some more here though. Nope. Okay. We got an elite trooper, an advanced hunter, a purifier, and a muton here. So yeah, let's go for Giga here.
To designated position.
Fortunately for us, Clav does have shots. And do we dare bring Calmwater forward? Yes, we dare. Okay, I say shots. Lab currently has 1. That's not my favourite thing in the world, for sure. I wonder if... It's likely that this is going to be the group of enemies that we sort of get into a scrap with first. So I wonder if moving Clav to maybe these trees. Not great, is it? Maybe we just bring Clav forward. There's no high ground to make use of once we get into this area, so that ain't ideal. We'll hold position.
Got it covered.
In position.
Ah yes, got to actually manually end the turn because it wants me to press buttons on these crates, but we're not ready for that yet. Okay, we would have to open on both of these groups. We don't necessarily want that to be the case. I think the sensible choice would actually be to just go all in on this group. But then, could we handle both? What kind of shots does Clav have? Actually, Clav's looking pretty alright now. No quick burn, unfortunately, although that is pretty solid as starts go. Do we commit to this? Yes. And then realistically, we commit to this, and then we can just cap what we've got people next to now, and then potentially get out on the next turn. So, let it rip.
Last long.
Amazing.
We're visible here.
Panic on the Viper's super nice. Would have been nicer if it had actually landed that shot, though, for sure. Purifier was panicked as well, which is kind of good. Given the fact that the flamethrower doesn't actually deal any damage to it. Great hit. And that leaves the Hunter and Muson. Oh, I was really hoping the Pounce would make the connection for us there.
It's still moving.
Alrighty. Well, we don't have to worry about the panicked ones.
We're
Well, that's
picking up a
good.
steady signal from the transponder.
Less good
Firebrand en
is
route to
Clav
move
only has a
the
shot on the Muton, and it's not really a great shot. That's what we'll have to deal with. So, Barney can cap 2 boxes, which is super nice. Bert can cap this one. Do we... Yeah, we want to reveal Calm Water, right? I kind of feel like what we just go for here is to leave the target on the Muton. But then equally, Calm Water could deal with this. But Clav doesn't have shots on this group, so I guess yes. Would be super nice if we actually landed that, but then what's the follow-up? So yeah, okay, leave the target. Go for the sort of higher aim chance, right? What we probably want to do here is soften these guys up if we can. It's going to be the Purifier left alone. I don't love. But we brought the toy, we might as well use it. And it completely negates the cover situation for the Honor Guard and the Heavy Lancer too. So, pop it. But should be able to follow up and deal with both of them. Backbear could even probably go for a Lightning Hands on Purifier. Well, let's go for the confirms first.
Alien object in sight. Nailed here.
And then 89. There we go. And then there was a 59. No go.
Target
Well,
still
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
incoming fire.
And Muton should be taken care of by Clav. We could fire the pistol downrange there, but it's not really a great shot, is it? I think instead what we probably want to try and do is... very tempting offer, actually. Very tempting offer. Okay, let's just check something here. No. And there is a ruler. It's another Viper Prince. Okay, let's bring Griffith back. Cap this. Grab this one. And then
I'm trusting you here.
kind of work could Calm Water do elsewhere? These guys are all panicked, so they're not exactly a terrible worry. I guess we'll just go for an Overwatch.
Scanning.
I'm not sure how many boxes we capped. I stopped counting. We did have the Overwatch for insurance on that as well, but
They see me.
we'll take Clav's kill there, all the same. This is the only sort of threat that we've got this turn, and it's taken a shot of Burt, which is no big deal.
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
That's 3. That's 4. So we got 6. We got half of what's available. Oh, 7 in fact. Good grief. No, 6. It was 6. Well, hey now. Viper Prince is up here. Reinforcements are imminent. Burt could cap this. But is there another pack up here? There's no way we make this run. So that's that. See, we could potentially grab another 2 though. Namely here. The question is, okay, no. The only person that's out of range is going to be Clav, huh? And Griffith is currently the furthest back. So if we were to... I think we'd probably just consolidate and then aim to evac on the next turn. And disregard any other loot. Tempting to just check this again though. We can check this again without Griffith breaking concealment. It would break Griffith's concealment if we capped it though. I think we just set up to go, right? We set up to go.
Moving on target.
We don't need to risk it. We've already capped 6, which is more than enough.
Good to go.
We are going to want to need... Well, that was a strange sentence if I ever did say so. We're going to need to see at least 2 more kills of Calm Water on this here Viper, and then that Purifier is going to have to go as well.
I got getting in close. Right?
And if we go sort of... what kind of shot have you? You don't have a shot, okay. Yeah, we're going to have to go here then, aren't we? I don't love going here,
What's over there?
but we're fine. Oh, sure.
I definitely got that one.
What's the hit points on that thing? 2, huh? Okay. Flav needs to run forward.
I'm all over it.
42's no go.
Affirmative, covering now.
Digging in.
No problem, boss.
We just want to bring Griffith a bit further back. They're in concealment, so it's no big deal, really.
Position. Got it covered.
We can get out of here without a scratch on us. After capping 6 crates, I'll be very happy.
Advent just airlifted out their first crate. We're gonna have to move fast if we want to get the rest.
Kind of hoping that the trooper that just had the panic removed from it goes for calm water. Well, I say hoping, I'm expecting that it will. Although not if Grim has anything to say about it. Nice shot.
Impressed yet?
Not Grim, not Griffith. Giga. Too many G's, man.
Missed the target.
Okay, we are good to go.
That all you got?
Just in time for those reinforcements to show up as well. So, where do we find blue? There is blue. That is good enough for me. Let's get out of here. Hey, we killed 7 as well. That's pretty good ins.
Moving the designated coordinates.
Whatever you say.
Feet.
Eat feet.
Got it. Moving.
I'm going.
Is that everyone? That is everyone. Tally ho.
Let's go.
XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
That was surgical. And Giga getting the MVP award. Sure, why not? Why not? There's an excuse to get a photo. Going off the gun there. What a charmer. 1 out of 2 shots, 45 damage is probably where the MVP awards come from, right? And that kill on the end was at the very end on the Overwatch shot. Sure. 1 kill for Clav on the Muton. Nothing except scouting done by Griffith. Big bomb from Kalani that Bert was able to cap these 2 kills with. And 3 kills for Calmwater. And 1 for 1 on the shot accuracy, exploding that purifier at the end, too. Ah, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Get in, you steal some crates, and then you go home.
Left in their wake. XCOM refuses to let go of the ways of the old
That being
world.
flawless means that everyone that was on this mission should be good to go again, but I'm not holding my breath for Bert. Bert's got 38 will, which is incredibly low. I think the average is supposed to be like 50, so, you know.
As long as there's even one Reaper left standing.
Oh, Griffith's feeling a bit tired too, and Calmwater actually did take a bit of wounding. I guess the purifier explosion caught Calmwater. And yeah, Bert's basically had enough for the next 2 weeks. Still, 66 alloys, 33 crystals. I will take it. It was, I don't know if it was a glorious battle, Betos, but it was alright. For sure, for sure. So, back to the map then. At least we could potentially afford, you know, maybe 1, 2 new guns. We have got a neutralized field commander mission coming up in 32 hours, so there's not really much that we're going to be able to accomplish between now and when we have to go on that. Nevertheless, we'd probably knock a day down on this experimental old XCOM technology. Yeah, there we go. That's us. Wow, really nothing. Nothing at all. Well then, this may be the shortest episode of the entire campaign, but it was a successful episode, for sure. Only it was flawless. Can't win them all, right? One thing I don't believe I've done yet, anyway, is actually just take a look at a bit more detail at the Fallen. And this isn't in any particular order, so I'm going to try and go through these in order based on memory. And me and memory have an interesting relationship. First to go down. Oh, they are in order. We can order them by date. Look, isn't that incredible? Functionality. Anyway, now that I'm done being excited about drop downs, yes, first to go was Lianlu, and they went down to running through. Well, I think you could probably describe it as running into traffic because, you know, they ran through a bunch of Overwatches and just didn't manage to get where they needed to go. It didn't help at the time either that Zari was just whipping shot after shot. I think it was Zari. I'm going to say it was Zari. He was whipping shot after shot on one of the Advent Hunters that ultimately did Lianlu in. Aussie Mix went down not long after that, 25 days later, apparently, but went down to our first encounter with the Viper King during a retaliation mission after putting up one heck of a fight, and gave us the opportunity to see just what the Viper King was capable of. We were pretty fine for a little while after that, until one fateful day, Priad or Priad, depending on your proclivities, and Mufus got ambushed as part of a covert operation, and Mufus went down first, went down swinging, but went down first, and was quickly followed by Priad, who, again, also put up a pretty good fight. They ended up being surrounded by, I think it was something like 3 or 4 Pathfinders, and a Hunter as well. So yeah, when they got ambushed, they got really ambushed. Keisha went down not long after joining us, as a result of a run-in with a Spectre that went horribly wrong. The Spectre ended up with a really good flanking shot on Keisha, and then Keisha promptly ate dirt. Wasn't with us for more than, I think, like, I don't know, one mission in between joining us and then actually the mission that got Keisha dead. Quite sad, really. Yet another field medic lost in the line of duty. After that was Acelas, who had only recently joined us as well, and was doing some good work, all said and done. We went into a mission dealing with the Lost and Advent, and Exalt appeared too, and everything was going horribly. Let's not pretend it wasn't. But we were managing, and then out of nowhere, one of the Exalt decided, oh, Acelas has only got 2 hit points left, I'm just going to send my Gremlin in and knock him on the head. Down went Acelas. Following that, another field medic, Spacey this time, went down after a prolonged fight against 2 Black Ice Codexes that were quarantining left, right, and center. I think Gwen spent about 6 turns quarantined during this mission. And again, we were so close to the end and making it out, and then the 2 Black Ice Codexes decided to do some sort of like pincer attack against Spacey, and down went Spacey. He'd been on 9 missions by the time he eventually went down as well, which is the record, at least for a little while. Sinatra went down in a mission gone wrong, shall we say. And Sinatra went down when they were on a bit of a roll. The mission that ultimately did Sinatra in, though, we activated something like 4 pods, and then Exalt landed, and we had a inexperienced squad dealing with a tremendous amount of enemies. So we had to evac out, and Sinatra went down so the rest of the team could make it out alive. Just like a phalanx is supposed to, I suppose. Grim and Obergard both went down in the same mission, not long after Sinatra as well. I think the order of things was Sinatra went down, then the Assassin went down, and then Grim and Obergard went down. Obergard was bleeding out on the floor, and we had to make a choice between saving Obergard's life or basically being able to complete the mission. and we opted to complete the mission. Lunko was the one that would have potentially saved Obergard, and instead we opted to take a shot on a mech from pretty close range that Lunko ultimately missed. So it was a pretty big disaster all around. Grim, meanwhile, was just being shot from absolutely everything under the sun, and eventually was shot one too many times, but went down like a phalanx, I would say. That mission also saw us have to go against one of the Viper Princes, if I recall correctly, with a squad of 4, and was one of Calmwater's first outings, unless I am mistaken. Much later on, it felt like much later on, but it probably wasn't. Nevertheless, much later on, Exalt got an upgrade, and the first person to be on the receiving end of that upgrade was Zari, who went down in a pretty prolonged firefight with Exalt, actually. One of their snipers ultimately did Zari in, so, you know, that kind of sucked. But it made us realize that we really needed the upgraded armor. So that was good, at least. Wasn't good that Zari went down. 47 kills over 15 missions, you know, one of our best marksmen. But ultimately, Exalt fielded a better marksman on that day. A little while later, Lunko, we went in to deal with an Advent facility to reduce Avatar project progress, and Black Ice Codex appeared again, quarantined Lunko, so we were only able to get Lunko into moderately decent cover. The Black Ice Codex quarantine only makes it so whoever's been impacted by that can only take one action, right? And yeah, Lunko ended up taking so many bullets in the face. So, Guldakat, thank you for your service. 32 kills over 13 missions. As an engineer as well, you know, engineers typically, at least the way I've been playing them, a bit more involved with setting kills up rather than actually confirming them. So, to get 32 kills over 13 missions is pretty substantial. Lost padding notwithstanding, of course. And then most recently was Tactical on a infiltration mission to rescue a new Reaper, that new Reaper being Hawks. Tactical got put into a stun, and then got put into a stasis, and then got a grenade in the face. Exalt again being able to do two out of 3 of those things. The actual stun that started the chain reaction was from a stun lancer. But that was a major loss, and that was our 3rd field medic, I think. 3rd, maybe? Ozzymix 1? No, Ozzymix was tech specialist. Yes, Ozzymix was tech specialist. Rufus was tech specialist. So the first field medic to go was Keisha, then it was Spacey. Obergard was a Marine. Okay, so yeah. Tactical was a pretty significant loss overall, though, because they were a major. So was Zari, incidentally. Yeah, Zari and Tactical are both like 2 really high-ranking members of the team that ended up eating dirt. 20 missions, 36 kills for Tactical by the time they went down. Pretty good innings, all said and done. In particular for a field medic. You know, Lord knows most of the time people on missions are definitely taking damage, so our field medics are there for pretty substantial reasons beyond just shooting things in the face, but nevertheless, felt kind of bad when Tactical went down in particular because of like it being from a grenade, similar to Ace last with that combat protocol, honestly. But that's XCOM for you. That is XCOM for you. I've been looking for an excuse to go through the memorial wall, so I'm quite glad that we had a shorter mission today, so I was able to do that. But we'll leave things as they are, and next time we'll go and neutralize ourselves yet another field commander, because that seems to be our favorite thing to do. Or maybe we'll skip it, I'm not sure. We'll have to check the dark event situation. But we'll deal with that next time. For now, I'll say goodbye, and thank you very much. Take care.